Have you ever looked at your child while they're using a tablet or a phone and felt like they weren't really there? Their eyes are fixed, their breathing slows, and the rest of the world, including you, simply ceases to exist. But have you noticed what happens when the screen goes away? The zombie like calm instantly shatters into a storm of irritability, anxiety, or an explosive tantrum that seems completely out of proportion. If this sounds familiar, you aren't alone, and it isn't just a phase. We are currently living through the largest psychological experiment in human history. Today, we're going to look beneath the surface of that glowing glass to understand exactly what is happening inside your child's developing brain, why the world's tech giants raise their kids low tech, and how you can reclaim your child's focus before it's too late. In 2010, shortly after the iPad was released, a journalist asked Steve Jobs if his children loved the new device. His answer was chilling. They haven't used it. We limit how much technology our kids use at home. Think about that for a second. The man who revolutionized the way the world consumes digital content didn't want his own children near it. He wasn't alone. From Bill Gates to the top executives in Silicon Valley, the people who design these algorithms, the very people who know exactly how the hook is engineered, often send their children to Waldorf schools where screens are banned until high school. Why? Because they understand something most parents don't. The digital world isn't just a tool. For a developing brain, it's a drug. To understand the impact, we have to talk about the prefrontal cortex. Think of this area as the CEO of the brain. It's responsible for everything we need to succeed in life: focus, impulse control, decision-making, and emotional regulation. The problem is that a child's prefrontal cortex is under construction. It won't be fully built until they are in their mid-20s. When a child is exposed to rapid-fire colors, level-up sounds, and the infinite scroll of a video feed, their brain is flooded with dopamine. Dopamine is the reward chemical. In the natural world, a child gets a slow, healthy drip of dopamine from finishing a puzzle or climbing a tree. But a screen is like a fire hose. It provides super stimuli that the brain wasn't evolved to handle. When the screen is turned off, the dopamine levels crash. The brain enters a state of withdrawal. That tantrum you see isn't just bad behavior. It's a biological reaction to a sudden drop in neurochemicals. Their brain is literally screaming for its next hit. We are seeing the results of this in our classrooms every day. Teachers are reporting a crisis of attention. When a brain becomes accustomed to the blink and you miss it speed of the internet, the real world becomes painfully boring. A teacher's voice can't compete with a 15-second TikTok video. A math problem can't compete with a video game's reward system. We are essentially training our children's brains to have an attention span of a gnat. If they don't learn how to sit with boredom, they will never learn how to think deeply, solve complex problems, or develop the grit necessary for adult life. We are trading their long-term potential for short-term quiet. So, how do we fix this without moving to a cave in the woods? It starts with physical boundaries. The brain associates specific environments with specific behaviors. If your child eats while watching YouTube, their brain stops learning how to listen to fullness signals. If they use a tablet in bed, their brain stops associating the bed with sleep. Create tech-free zones. The dinner table and the bedroom should be non-negotiable sacred spaces. By removing the possibility of a screen in these areas, you lower the cognitive load on the child. They don't have to fight the urge to use it because it simply isn't an option there. We cannot expect our children to be low-tech if we are high-tech. Children do not do what we say, they do what we do. If you are constantly checking your phone during family time, you are sending a silent message. Whatever is on this screen is more important than you. Try a family tech sunset. At a specific time every evening, say 7 p.m., everyone, including the parents, puts their phones in a basket in the kitchen. This models the behavior of disconnecting to reconnect. It shows them that the world doesn't end when the Wi-Fi is off. The most dangerous way to use a screen is passively, scrolling just to scroll. Teach your child to be a digital architect, not a digital victim. Before they turn on a device, ask them, "What is your goal?" "I want to watch 2 episodes of this show." "I want to play this game for 30 minutes." Once the goal is met, the screen goes off. This shifts the power dynamic. The child begins to see the device as a tool they use, rather than a master they serve. Talk to your kids about their brains. Even a 5-year-old can understand the concept of brain fuel or the focus muscle. Explain to them, when we use the tablet too much, it tires out our focus muscle, and that's why we feel grumpy afterward. When children understand the why behind the rule, they are far more likely to cooperate. You aren't just being a mean parent, you are being a guardian of their potential. I know you're tired. I know that after a long day of work, chores, and stress, that 30 minutes of screen time silence feels like a lifeline. Please do not feel guilty for being human. This isn't about achieving digital perfection. It's about direction. Every time you choose a board game over an app, every time you choose a walk in the park over a movie, and every time you say no to the screen despite the protest, you are performing an act of profound love. You are protecting the delicate architecture of their future mind. You are teaching them that the best things in life, love, friendship, and discovery, don't happen at the speed of a fiber optic connection. They happen slowly in the real world. Our children are the first generation to grow up with a supercomputer in their pockets, but they are still human beings with ancient, beautiful brains that need nature, eye contact, and touch to thrive. If you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive into conscious parenting. And please, share this video with one other parent today. We are all in this together. Let's put the phones down for a while and go see what our kids are dreaming about. I'll see you in the next video.